All right, we're going to cut up a chicken. Let's get you up close and personal. Then we're going to fry this chicken. All right. Okay, go to my thing. There you go. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wings off. Whack, 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 whack. Okay. Now, first thing you want to do is snap it at the joint. I'm putting my finger here at the joint bone, and I'm pushing in with my thumb as I'm pulling back. And you snap it out of the joint. I just snapped this from the joint. Okay. Now, take the knife, come from the back side and come up. Okay, now I've cut it partially through. Okay. And then when you cut a joint, you cut through the center of the joint where the gristle is located. Give me another a bowl there. Okay. So that's how you do that. Now, if I was to cut through this joint, okay, you cut right through the center, and then the center is where the gristle is. It allows you to cut through it, like this one here. All right, so I'm going to cut right through the center of this. You can feel the center with your finger. Can you just cut right through the center? Okay. Now, you can snap it. Bam, there it is. Okay. All right, I'm going to take this bowl, drop my chicken in there. Bring up the, there you go. All right, now, the other thing I forgot to do is down in this chicken, in this cavity here, where the breast, between the breast and the back, they usually put, some of the, like the gizzard and the liver and the neck bone. But this one, we've been cheated. There's no gizzard, there's no liver, but that's the heart. All right. They must be selling it to someone else. Okay. Set that over there. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down. This chicken's a tad cold still. I'm going to cut right underneath this leg and thigh right here. You have to turn up your light so I can see. All right, now I just broke this. I split it, broke it back. Hey, Tin, thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. All right, now I've got this cut. It's snapped. Now I'm just going to cut down through the side here, right along down through the side. And I've just removed the leg and the thigh. Now, what you do is, okay, you take your index finger, you stick it underneath, and then you pull down on the drumstick and the side of the thigh down, okay? And that holds the support. You cut down partially through there, okay? Now, I've cut down through this, okay? Now, I'm going to catch it the other way from the back side. And I'm going to come up through. Now I'm grabbing this around the thigh end of the drumstick. I'm coming right up into this joint. I'm angling this knife into the joint. And I'm kind of feeling it as I go. Okay. And I'm getting it. Now, there it is. Now you can snap that right there. I just snapped and removed the joint, the bone from the joint. That's the gristle where I cut through. All right, now we're going to remove the leg from the thigh. Again, grab it in the middle and cut up through it. Bam, there it is. Drumstick and your thigh. All right, we're going to do the same thing here on the other side. I'm going to take this, I'm going to kind of raise this up. All right. I just broke out I just was able to lift and snap the thigh bone out from the socket. So this time I'm just going to cut down alongside the back because I eliminated the bone there where it was connected. All right. You're not going to cut through the bone, but you will cut through the gristle. All right. You find the gristle, okay, and you just cut it through the meat. And you cut it the back way to finish it off. And bam. Thought I messed it up, huh? Leg and thigh. Now, all right, you feel for the joint here. You feel for this joint right there. You can feel the joint, okay, because your finger goes into that spot. All right, then you just carefully cut down into that joint. Bam. Okay, let me see what you can see. I'll show it to you. That was a perfect cut. All right, see, I was able to get right through that. This is the white, is the gristle. And you saw how easy the sharp knife just cut through that. All right. Now we're going to pull this back a little bit. There you go. Okay, so there you have that. Now, like I did on the other side, at this point, you don't want to cut down and cut your fingers, right? You come up through the bottom. Again, hold on to your, you can grab the bone here on the thigh. All right, your thumb, come over here. But you want to put your knife on the bottom side, grab it, and then come cut up through it. Bam, there you are. Thigh and drumstick. Okay, the skin should have went to the thigh, but it's all good. All right, you got a boneless thigh there. I mean a skinless thigh. Now, what am I going to do with the carcass? Kelly Paulson, thanks for dropping in, girl. I gave you a shout out the other day. All right, now what am I going to do with the carcass? The easiest thing to do is to grab this, cut down through the skin right here. All right, let's cut down through this. All right, you can just keep cutting all the way. Just keep cutting. There's several ways to go about doing this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to snap this back. Snap it back. All right, and then snap this back. So there's the joint. Here's the back right there. Okay, so this is the back. I snapped it back to get to the joint, to break that joint loose here. All right. There's your back. That's the inside. It's the outside. Here's his tail, right here, chicken tail. All right. Now, on this part, okay, this is your chicken breast, this part, chicken breast. I'm sorry, that's not your chicken breast. I forget what this piece is called here. This is your chicken breast right here. That's the breast on him, on her, whatever it is, whatever it was. All right, now we're just going to cut down through this, right down through the center there. Okay, there we are, cutting down through it. Here, this was the neck. There's your neck, what's left of it. Okay, then you just come over here and you cut. Put this through the neck. Cut over. You find this joint over here. All right. And you just cut this there. Bam. Whoops. There it is. All right. There's the front part of the bottom side of that chicken. Here's where's the neck was at. There you go. That could be cut in half if you wanted to. Now, the breast we're going to cut in half. All right, I'm just going to come. The breastbone is really soft. You can just cut right down through that breastbone. All right, you just cut down through it. Okay, now there's the bone. I can just take this knife. Okay, pop that blade right through there and cut her open. Then just slice here, cut the meat. There we go. This is the breast. Look at those nice chunks of meat right there. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. All right, he remembers that show. Okay, now we're going to do the flour process. And I'm going to show you how you know if your grease is hot enough when I get to that point. And say hi to people. Oh, who's here? Little Dumpling? Who's here? Little Dumpling. Thanks for being here. All right. Now, ladies, if any tips. or tricks to this, let me know. This is garlic powder. You can't go wrong with garlic, and I don't think you can get too much, although I'm told you can. All right. This is that pink salt, Himalayan salt, really good for you. All right. Got quite a bit of flour. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. All right. I just put in a bunch of garlic, some Himalayan salt. Okay. I'm going to throw, this is added, whoops, that needs to be fixed. I'm putting in some Italian seasoning just for fun. Okay. Give it a twist of Italian seasoning. First time to do that, by the way. I'll have to let you know how it turns out. Okay, a little bit of pepper. A little pepper. My hands are slippery. All right. Little pepper. I hear salt makes your blood thick, and pepper helps to make your blood thin. So, salt and pepper kind of gives you the balance, I would think. A little bit of this Larry Seasonal, and I'm not sponsored by any of these seasoning companies. I'm just using them, just to make that clear. All right. And what do we got here? Now I'm going to throw in a little bit of garlic salt. You're going to go, Ken, you're going to die of high blood pressure. All right. Well, there's a whole lot of flour and chicken and all that going on. I'm going to wash and dry my hands over here before I flour this chicken.
There's oat marker.
Say hi, Pope Marker. All right, let me get my hands dried. You know, poor little guy, we're having him for dinner. Okay. Oh no, I can hear him. All right, now let's do the mix, right? Get her all mixed up. I'll say get her done. Get her all mixed up over here. Wins over here. Wins. We get her. Now I'm gonna see how my seasonings. If I need any more. So I'm gonna do a taste test. Are you crazy? Are you kidding? Are you serious, kid? Yeah, you know you gotta kind of see where you're at. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do the taste test. Ready? No, that's tasty. That's going to be some finger licking chicken, let me tell you. All right, now, here we go. Around and around and around we go. Throw a little bit of this in there, don't you know? I'm a poet, I don't know it, and my shoes show it. All right. My wife's a happy camper. I'm making dinner tonight. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you how you tell if the gravy's hot enough, if the gravy's hot enough, if the grease is hot enough. And no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put this all in a container and drop it in. I'm gonna put a splasher in there in just a minute. All right. No, we're not gonna splash nothing. That hurts. Nothing like a steam burn, and we don't need no grease burns. Burns are for the birds. You know? So we're gonna carefully drop her down in there. Over here. Wins over here. Picking up what I'm throwing down? Because we're a clown, Charlie Brown. All right. I'm gonna shut up. All right, here we go. Around and around, and throw a little up there, you know. Where it stops, nobody knows. Where's it gonna go? In my stomach. That I do know. All right, I'm trying to be, while I'm doing this video, I'm trying to be entertaining. I don't know how entertaining it is, but, I'm a-trying. And I'm not lying. All right, I'm gonna shake my hands off. Move this extra dough. Too bad it isn't dough.
Oh, why?
How's your phone?
Extends up something.
All right. Okay, now let me see your chat box. Chat box is down. Why is your chat box down? But it shouldn't be down there. How about pause? Now, hold on. Okay, now. Now, why is it down at the bottom? It shouldn't be. Okay, here we go. Where's your mic?
Here?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to be entertaining. How's everyone doing? Question mark. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. God bless. I hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. All right. Around and around and around we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Except for the cook. All right. Now, I normally wouldn't be acting up like this. But we're just trying to have fun, keep it interesting, keep it entertaining. And we're coming to you live from beautiful downtown southern sunny California. All right. Here we go. Anybody like to play the drums? Bam. You can laugh. You can shake your head. I am. Somebody told me I'd be doing this a couple years ago. I would have told them you're crazy. But this is fun. Just trying to have fun, you know, enjoying life. You know what I mean? Life can be difficult. Enjoy life. You know? There was a guy here on YouTube. He had a Enjoying Life. Name was Enjoying Life. And I guess he had some type of flack come about. So sadly enough for him, he felt the need to change his channel name to Hugo Bossman. And, you know, I thought Enjoying Life was really a good channel name. And, but unfortunately, he got some flack and felt the need to change his name to Hugo Bossman. Really good guy. And Kelly Paulson, she has a really good show. She does games and quizzes and just different things, does little reviews, shopping reviews, you know, thrift store reviews, just hangs out and talks and chit chats, you know. Real conversationalist, I'd have to say. And so that's Kelly Paulson. That's her husband, Doug Paulson. He's not on as much, but he has a decent channel, nice channel, good guy. And then we have Man's World. Man's World's in China. Him and I were talking one day here on YouTube, and Man's World was saying, hey, would you do a chopstick video? I said, for you, you think you do it every day. You don't think about it. But for us over here in America or in the Western world, you know, knowing how to use chopsticks is something that a lot of us don't know how to do. And that would probably make a great video, and you're the expert. And he says, you know, Ken, I'm going to do that. Well, Man's World is a friend of mine here. You can find him in my list. And so anyways, he's got a top-notch, great video on how to use chopsticks. He goes into great detail. And you, after watching his video, if you don't know how to use chopsticks and you really want to learn, you'll know how. Now, it's also on my We Are Creators channel on Facebook, that video of his. I'm going to have to, you know, flower up this heart right here, you know. And here's the thigh, skinless thigh. And I believe I'm not using regular flour. This happens to be, I believe, a biscuit flour my wife had. She wasn't here, and I didn't know how to do the Didn't know where the flour was, so I grabbed this biscuit flour. It ought to come out really good. Okay?
Just about here,
Okay.
and what? How do you say dumpling?
Little dumpling.
Little dumpling.
Little dumpling.
Check it out.
Okay. Hugo Bossman is his name, Little Dumpling. That's his new name. Great guy. He used to be Enjoying Life. You'll really like him, I'm sure. So anyways, then we have Walker Outdoors. His name is Mike, Walker Outdoors, if you don't know him. He's got a good country channel where he does all kinds of things from, videos of animals to working on automobiles to doing a food plot and just all sorts of things. And there's Houndsman 1. Houndsman 1 has a similar type of video. And so that's Houndsman's 1. All right, now time to transition. It's not an expedition. It's a transition. All right, now let me see where we at. Okay. Let me get her down here. All right, now we're going to make this real up close and even more personal. There we go. Are you ready for the test shot? This is the test shot. I'm going to take this little piece of this. This is the skin on the chicken. If it bubbles and boils, we're good. The flour's bubbling and boiling, it's falling off. That's a good sign. Oh, yeah. You see that in there frying? You see that in there frying? That's what I'm talking about. Just don't get your fingers in it. You might regret it. All right. Now, I'm going to show you again. See that bubbling and frying? Okay, we're going to lay that one in there. Guess we're going to have to play the drums a little bit. Bam! Wah! Hi-ya! There we go. The one-winged chicken flying in for a landing. Oh, it didn't make it. Okay. Put that in that little spot right there. Okay, we got to get one of these breasts going in there. Alrighty, here we go. Bam! Whoops, there it is. What I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to get one more piece. One more piece of pie. Pizza pie. No, I said piece of pie, not pizza pie. One more piece of pie. There we go. One more chicken piece. All right, we've got 3 in waiting. Now, the trick to this, to cooking a good chicken, let's get you up here where you can, okay, can you see my face? Look. Can you see my face? Good, come here, look. Can you see my face? Testing it out here. From my chin, from my chest down. Okay, let me close, because I got to wash my hands off. Hold on, bear with me. The trick to good chicken. I'll tell you what the trick is. There is a trick. Good, moist, not dried out chicken. Moist chicken. When I say, I mean moist white meat as well. Okay. I'll tell you the little trick. My mom was a frying chicken specialist, and my wife happens to be a frying chicken specialist. So you want the grease hot. I wasn't able to see real clear. I don't know if you were able to see grease bubbling and boiling off the skin on that chicken. So you want, that's what you want. So it's frying like a deep fryer on the pan. You want a deep, as you see, this is floating in grease. Let me give you up close and personal. All right, this chicken is literally like being deep fried. Okay? And so you want a nice deep, you want it to be, see the edge of the pan? Right there, see the edge of that pan, it's way up towards the top. All right? So, that's one, is you want your chicken to be immersed in the grease. You want it so hot it sizzles around the skin before you put it in, and you keep a lid off. You can put a lid on it a little here and there, but that's just something you've got to adjust to, and I don't cook a whole lot. But this is something I can do, thanks to my mom. My mom bought whole chickens, and she grew up on a farm, and so I grew up watching her cut up chickens. When I was a teenager, I'm like, I want to know how to do that, Mom. I think that's pretty cool as a man to never cut up a chicken, a young man, and I took pride in it as a teenager and young adult, being able to cut up a whole chicken. It's kind of cool. And so I thought, me and Cody got elected for dinner. Well, we elected ourselves. Anyway, I thought, man, what a better video to go live with. Let's cut up a whole chicken. How many of you ladies out there know how to cut up a whole chicken? If you don't, no shame. There's no shame. But I'm just wondering, how many ladies really know how to do that? I'm thinking anymore, you got to go to a chef school if someone in your family doesn't know how, in general. So I thought this would be a good video to put on and do a live video, go live and give it value, and something I hope I can monetize down the road. So in the meantime, we're just having fun and enjoying this whole process. I just got information, again, on getting monetized with becoming an associate, an Amazon associate. I put the information on my YouTube or Facebook YouTube live video I just created, went live the other night on. In the description, I have the Academy, Creators Academy links. That is a gold mine within itself, the YouTube Creator Academy. It's hard to get the links to that. If you don't, it's just something that is really valuable. There's 37 courses you can take on the Creators Academy studio. And I've got the link to that there. And then I have a link to the Amazon Associates program. I will be putting the phone number to the Amazon's Associate program so that you can call them direct and they will walk you through the process. Now, it says your customer ID, and it's at the very top of the application. You put something short in there. That way it identifies you to Amazon, and it's embedded into your link that they create for you, so that when somebody buys from Amazon from your link, you get the credit for it. And that's all that is. The Amazon, it's a ID, store ID, and you create that. It's not something they give you. Make it short, something really brief. You could use your first name, you could use anything. You could add some numbers to it, and whatever. They're going to add a -20 to it. or -02 to it. And just keep that in mind. When you look at the embedded link, you'll see your name or your whatever you use in there, and you'll know it's connected to you. And people buy from your link, you get the credit, and you start making a percentage.
So this secret are you doing more video just cooking
Who?
dumplings?
Little Dumpling, you want to see me do more cooking videos? I wouldn't mind, but my wife would love it. But chicken is what I know well. But I've been telling my wife for months we need to do a video of her doing chicken because she's like the pro. I mean, this girl can do it blindfolded. And but something that I know how to do. From this, I will make some gravy. You know, we'll just go full blown and make some gravy. Now that'll probably have to get my wife in here, and she's got that technique down. It's something I know how to do, sort of. I know you add flour to your hot grease, to the cracklings in there. You pour off the majority of the oil first of all. Just a little bit of oil in the bottom of that pan. All of this gets poured out, but just a little bit. Third of a cup or something maybe left in the pan. And you sprinkle some flour in there. You whip it up. It gets thick. You add a little water. It gets too thin. You add a little milk. Milk makes it creamy, gives it more flavor. Also makes it thick. If it's too thin, you add milk, and the milk will thicken it up, and you don't have to add more flour. And so you compensate with the thickening process with the milk, which also adds flavor. All right, so milk, flour, milk, a little water, and that combination, you got that going on until you get it to the right consistency. And once you got it to that consistency, bam, you're dialed in, and your gravy, you put your salt, your pepper, your garlic, seasonal, or whatever type of seasonings you want to put in there. But the standard is garlic, salt, and pepper. That's the standard. Or salt and pepper is the standard. Just whatever you like, really. So that's what's happening there. Like I was saying about this Amazon affiliate program, I have a link in the description when I went live talking about We Are Creators FB, Facebook, a channel that I created on Facebook, or a page I created on Facebook for the YouTube community. I put a few videos up of others that have created some really top-notch videos. I felt like they were really top-notch. But anybody's welcome to put their videos on there. And, join their communities, make friends, connect, leave comments, questions. You can do that there also. You can message me there as well. So I'm going to check this chicken now. So if you want to get into the Amazon affiliate program, I didn't show you. All right, this happens to be nice and golden brown. Okay? So I'm turning it over. And this, this biscuit flour is not puffing up like I thought it would. But they didn't have a whole lot on it to begin with. I'm going to show you this as I'm turning it because you're missing out on what's going on here. Okay, look at this breast. Look how golden brown that breast is. Okay? I mean, that is just nice. All right, we're going to turn this right here. But let's see how this, look how golden brown this is. Look at that golden goodness. Look at that. Does that not look yummy? If you were closer, I'd have to invite you over for dinner. All right. Now check out this right here. Look how golden brown. Look at that. Goes from this to this. Now again, I'm using biscuit flour. That's what I'm using. Okay, now with this wing being totally immersed, deep fried, the bottom still is darker, golden brown. All right, the top side, even though it was covered, it's still quite a bit lighter on the bottom, on the top side. So I'm going to flip that around and put that in there. And do this other wing right here as well. You can see how golden brown that is. And it was completely immersed, but you still see the top side isn't as golden. All right. So we've got this turned. And shoot. I'll go get some veggies, Cody.
Dumpling wants a link.
Dumpling what?
Dumpling wants a link to the
Oh, to the Facebook group. If you go, excuse me for the face shot. If you go to, I can send you a link. But if you go to Facebook, in the search, put in hashtag We Are Creators, I'll come up. Now, if you do capital W, okay, so that's W-E, capital A, capital C, and they're all together, of course. So it's hashtag We Are Creators, ARC, capitals. You put me in the search, it'll pop up. And the community, there is a group of people on my header. You know, they're just a group of people standing there, just different people, you know, and that's how you know it's it. And like I say, feel free to post your videos there as well. This is getting done. And the YouTube channel, I believe on my last video where I went live, which was a couple of days ago, where I'm talking about assortment of things, but basically I start off talking about the We Are Creators community on Facebook, it being a platform where we can communicate and talk and connect, where it makes it hard to do on YouTube, you know. So that's one of the reasons why I set that up. So we have a platform where we can brainstorm, have ideas, you know, help one another, you know, and then we can go to YouTube and take what we've learned and gained and all of that back to YouTube as the end result, and watch our channels grow and develop. And that's the purpose of it. I have a hashtag We Are Creators community. I haven't really used it, but it's also here on YouTube. When Mackenzie, her webpage or her YouTube channel is dysfunctional and I forget, dysfunctional and happy, dysfunctional and something, but her name's Mackenzie. She's actually responsible for the I Am a Creator community. Okay? And I'm going to show you a life hack. Veggies, I'm going to show you a life hack with these veggies. Do you have this life hack eliminates, the life hack eliminates the need for a colander or a strainer, whatever you call it. I'm going to show you this life hack that you're going to love, ladies. And if you're a bachelor, you're going to love this life hack if you happen to be watching and are here. All right. I'm going to show you this life hack that you're going to think is just incredible, that I came up with a while back. I've already shown this on my channel. It's been a while since I've shown it. But I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, now let's get this down here. If you can see it, what I'm going to do. All right, life hack. You don't need a colander. All you need is something sharp. All right. Now you could take a knife, okay, and you could cut the bottom edge with the knife. But most people have scissors, right? So I'm going to take this bag and I'm just going to snip just about a ½ inch. But this will cut. I think my scissors are now dull. But you just snip. Let me show you. All right, you just snip across the bottom edge of this bag with a sharp pair of scissors, not ones that are wore out. Okay, there we go. Okay, you see, you get the idea of what I'm doing here. All right, now I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut across the top of this bag. It's sharp back here. Well, I thought it was sharp back here. This is bad. I should have checked these scissors before I tried to use them. All right. There we go. Yeah, you think I'm going to cut through? It's going to fall out of my hand, don't you? It could have. All right, now, turn on the hot water. Can we see the hot water? All right, now, that's why the water is warm. Look at this, instant strainer. Instant strainer. See the water? You don't need a colander. And how convenient is that? Now, the holes need to be better in the bottom, but then you can also just tip it upside down and pour the water out. Okay? All right, they're still just a little cold yet. All right. So we're just going to let this do its thing. The water should have been a little hotter because these are Brussels sprouts. You can also squeeze from the top and just force that water out of there. Okay. What do you think about that? How do you like that idea, ladies? Have you ever seen something so simple and cool? Now, I thought about this. I was trying to figure out some life hacks I could do that were original, that I wasn't just duplicating somebody else's. So I got to thinking, and I come up with this life hack. And then I did one with the toothbrush, where I cut the rounded edges off the sides of the toothbrush, and you get more life and mileage out of your toothbrush. And if you have a family with children, you'll save, $30-40 every 6 months. You could do it, probably get away with cutting it once for sure, and I would say twice, definitely. Again, that's just up to your own judgment. But you can definitely save yourself the cost of toothbrushes. You buy one, you wait for the edges to start rounding over, and you cut the edges off. And that'll save you, if you got 5 children, about $36-40, $80 a year, depending on how many times you do that. 3 times a year, right? Not counting you and your husband. But again, it's just a way to save $1. Why not? Now these are soft enough, I believe. Maybe I need to run it through just a little bit more, being that they're Brussels sprouts. They're kind of heavy and they were frozen. Normally these are flying out ahead of time, but I didn't think about that. All right. So you can put in the chat, what do you think about my little idea? Built-in strainer. You didn't know your vegetable bags were built-in strainer. You saw it here first. All right. Put these in there for now. Okay. Now, what is this one?
Nothing yet.
Say something.
I did say something. It's the pie.
Okay. Say, how's everyone? Say, what do you think about the string, the vegetable string? Okay, now let me get this dialed in here. Well, this chicken's looking pretty good. I'm thinking this chicken's about ready to come out. Now, how do you test it? Whoa, I didn't realize I was that close. I should have paid more attention. Let me see. All right, this chicken's looking really good. Now, how do you test this chicken for being finished, for being done? No red in the middle. So I'm going to take this breast.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to cut down into the center of this breast.
Okay, it's a nice hat.
Nice hat, thank you. There's no red in the center of this chicken. It's nice and white. And so we are good to go. We can take this out and put in the next batch. And get this dinner moving forward. Get me a couple paper towels, please. Okay. Hold it, hold them. Hold it, yeah. Okay. There we go. Hold it. Let all the extra grease strip off. All right. Okay, I think grease is going to run off of there. See how golden brown this is. I'll show you up close and personal of this chicken here. Just a second. The chicken wings, you can hold them at the very tip. And you're all good. Okay, here we go. We're going to be making the gravy. Gravy's next on the list. As we're doing the gravy, we're going to be throwing the veggies in the microwave. Okay. Now, I don't know how anybody else does their vegetables and they use the microwave, but there's something that we do, my wife does around here that I think is pretty cool. This may be common in all households. I don't know. But I'm going to show you how we do the veggies. All right. Only problem is, see, this chicken, this grease has kind of gotten cooled off because the coldness from the chicken cools down your grease. Maybe I could take this out for a minute and let it heat up. Yeah, I'm going to let that heat up for a minute here. Okay? I don't like it's not sizzling when I put it in. It's just not quite hot enough, and I don't like that. Okay? So we're going to let this grease heat up for a second. Huh? All right, I'm going to get this vegetable these Brussels sprouts prepared to go in the microwave. And I'll show you the technique for that. All right. I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. Come on. Turn on this phone. Okay, so what we do around here, now this may be common, I just don't know if it's common. You can tell me how common it is. We take saran wrap and we put it over the top. Then we put it in the microwave, okay? But what I like doing, if you don't, I'll take a sharp knife and I'll puncture, put some holes in the top of this, because otherwise the plastic gets sucked down around the vegetables and then it holds a whole bunch of heat. And so I'm just going to put some holes in here, and that way, because normally this will get sucked down around, the plastic gets sucked down around the veggies, and then you open it up and you get burnt really bad from the steam that comes out of there. So by puncturing some holes in it first, that eliminates that. Okay, I believe that grease is hot and I can kind of feel the heat coming off of it now. Let's see how it responds. Let me get you down there where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's get you down here. All right, let's see if this will fizz and bubble. And not quite. I'm not real happy with how that's probably just hot enough. It's not bubbling like I'm really wanting it to here. All right, you can see it's bubbling down in there. Okay, but I want it to fizz more than that. I want more of a hotter. Okay. Well, I appreciate you being here, little dumpling. 10 minutes, 10 something. I can't quite read that. 10 a.m. Time something. I can't quite read that out. Read that, little dumpling, at the moment. Okay, so let me get this down there. You can. All right. Now I guess I should have put the breast in the first time rather than just one of them. That way the grease not being as hot. See, it's what happens. I don't cook all the time. Something that I haven't done for a long time. And I should have put both of these breasts in there at the same time when the grease was really hot. Okay, but it's hot enough to do the job, and that's what matters. So, I've got cooking. All right, let me see. Let me see here. Okay. As it's cooking. All right. I'm trying to get it hot.
Maybe hot, but it ain't done.
Well, this is done.
My phone's about dead.
Okay. All right, we have, Texas says, chicken. My stepson has micro writing. I mean, micro. I'm having a hard time seeing. Chicken's looking great. Well, thank you there, Texas Live Julie. Oh,
Micro writing.
that's micro. It is micro. Texas Life Julie, thanks. It's been a few years since I fried any chicken. And if this chicken pops, I'm in trouble right now.
Did you mention my name?
My stepson's name is Cody. And he's got this bitty micro writing. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. I can do that. Look, this is micro. This is what I'm having to read, everyone. Y'all, everybody. Look at that itty bitty print. It's about the size of an ant and smaller than an ant.
I'm not changing my font.
And so I'm struggling to read.
And it's in my phone.
Okay, I'm leaning forward so I can try to see this.
How about this? If you're having trouble. How about this? You want to use my mom's phone?
What?
Okay. Kelly Paulson. I figured I'd drop by. Yeah, she has dropped in every so often for a minute or two. How's everyone? Take the Wi-Fi for Kelly. Okay.
Oh, the only people really smart.
Well, next we'll be doing the gravy. And you can, if you're surfing through at this point and you hear me talking, in just a few minutes, we'll be doing gravy.
Why are we doing gravy?
For show, for show, for show. That's for sure. Y'all, Williams over him. That dog hunts over him. All right. Although you're seeing me, but you're not seeing what's going on in the frying pan. There you go. All right. Let me go step over here for a minute. You were supposed to do that. It's already been done. Now I'm here to come up. Okay. Yes, it does look great. He's doing a good job. Let me see how to make chicken. Well, let's see here. I learned how to make chicken, when I was a teenager. But it's been, 15 years, 10 years since I've made fried chicken. It's been a while. Thanks for asking. God bless. And how are you doing? Okay, chicken's frying, about ready to flip. I'm doing good. It's been a long day. You're doing a great job with your cooking. Well, thank you for the compliment. Appreciate your kind words. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I got a little bit of blood coming. Yeah, looks like there's a little blood kicking out of that chicken. That's normal. Okay, let's see if I can show you. Right there, there's a little blood kicking out. So we know it has some more frying time to go. But it's going to be yummy. I'm probably thinking it's a good time to maybe turn it a bit. All right, I'm going to flip this. That's nice and golden brown. Look how golden brown this chicken is. As I'm dripping it all over the stove. My wife's going to shoot me. Yeah, this is definitely ready to turn. Most definitely. Hard to wait, that's for sure. So thanks for being here, everybody. Glad you're here. Frying chicken. Let's get you up close and personal. This golden brown goodness. Look at this golden brown goodness. Yeah, buddy, look at that. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this. And look at this breast right here. This breast is so tender. Look at that, moist, tender, juicy. That's what I'm talking about. Can't wait to sink my teeth into this, for sure. All right. Time to flip over this. This is the back. Oh yeah, I gotta show you this. You gotta see this. This is just turning out. It's been such a long time. That's just like riding a bicycle, you know, you don't forget. Look at that. Yeah. All right. Now, something I had mentioned a little earlier, now I guess is the time. When we do our veggies around here, in general, it's quick. I don't know about microwaving, but when we microwave, though, we put saran wrap over the top of our veggies. Then I take a knife, okay, and I put holes in it so that normally if you don't put a hole in your saran wrap, the plastic sucks down and around your vegetables. And the end results is you lift it up and steam comes out and you're at risk of burning yourself. Steam burns are mean like no other. And by poking the holes in the plastic first, you solve that problem. All right, I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put these, this went brain dead, on these vegetables. On for about 8 minutes. It should be safe. And hit start. And I'm guessing if not before, by the time these veggies are done, no, that's premature. Premature. I still got a gravy to make. I'll be making gravy with this chicken grease. You only use just a little bit of this grease, maybe like about 1/3 of a cup of oil, maybe. Then you put in flour, stir it up in the oil and the crackling. Then you add a little milk, add a little water, get the consistency so it's the right thickness you desire. And by that time you've added more flour. You got a nice pan of gravy, and it's just old, homemade, old-fashioned goodness that I like calling it. All right. Now, appreciate everyone being here and hanging out with me. How's everyone doing? Was there anybody that's here now that didn't see my vegetable strainer? Turning your vegetable bag into a vegetable strainer. Anybody here see that or didn't see that? Okay, how many's in the chat? 5 in the chat. Okay, so I guess everybody's seen this. All right. Okay, we're just kind of hanging out here. Kind of hanging out. And so Cody, what do you think about this fried chicken deal? Cody says he thinks it's good. Now, something that I'm going to do, I've been wanting to do, is who here knows how to make what I'm calling old-fashioned popcorn? And if you burn your popcorn, there's something you're missing, and it's not oil. Oil has nothing to do with you burning your popcorn. Who knows what's the secret to not burning your popcorn? Does anybody know? Anybody here in the viewing audience, in the sound of my voice, know what the secret is to not burning stove popcorn, stove-made popcorn? Who knows what the secret is to not burning your popcorn you make on your stove? Did anyone answer? Nothing. Well, after the live stream, if you're still watching, and if you get to this point and you're watching it, tell me, do you know the secret to not burning your popcorn? It has nothing to do with, well, you do need enough oil. Once you have enough oil, you can still burn your popcorn. Do you know what the secret is to that? If you don't know, would like to know, put it in the comments. And I'll tell you the secret to making old-fashioned, over the stove, in a pot, popcorn. There's nothing like it. This generation only knows about microwave popcorn, and that's okay, I eat it, but homemade, you do it all in the stove, it's crisp, it's hot, it's a flavor. I can't get the flavor. There's night and day difference. It's like fresh and not fresh, literally. We would think there was a difference in popcorn, microwave compared to doing it on the stove. The stove popcorn, hands down, 50 times better. Really, night and day difference from the microwave popcorn. Now, while we're on the popcorn thing, if you want to stay away from butters and fats, get a can of Pam olive oil cooking spray. Lightly spray your popcorn, just a few little sprays, right? Shake it up. And then you can take Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, not granules, garlic powder, be careful. You can sprinkle Parmesan cheese. Fresh is the bomb, I'm here to tell you. There's nothing like fresh Parmesan, grated Parmesan on your popcorn. It melts all with the garlic powder. You want garlic powder. Then, my favorite, lemon pepper. You get the right mix, the right percentages of that. Oh man, it is the bomb. It's addictive. Lemon pepper, Parmesan cheese, and garlic powder. You want the powder. Don't use the salt and don't use the granule. Garlic powder. And you can salt to taste if you want salt. Excellent topping. They don't sell it. It's something I created. And I guess I should put it on the market and sell it. But you need money and investors that I don't have. So I'm sharing it with you and the world. Somebody's going to take my idea and market it, and I'm going to see it in the stores and kick myself. But that's how it goes, right? Share. Pass it on. Pass it on. You pay it forward. You know? Pay it forward. Holiday season, time to pay it forward. For sure. I may be doing a giveaway here. A tape measure giveaway. And there will be a requirement. And it's up to the individual, but that's all I'm going to say at the moment. So beware that I have a giveaway coming up. Next month I'll tell you what it's going to be and what the requirement is. Remember, it's a holiday season. Keep that in mind. And I'm excited and looking forward to doing this. So stay tuned for the giveaway. And it's the giveaway, you know, to make a nice gift for somebody, you know. It's for you to give to somebody or for yourself. Nothing makes it small. It's a small little thing, but it's very useful. When you need it, you gotta have it. Just one of those things. But again, I'll let you know more about that next month. And looks like this chicken's probably ready to come out. All right. Let me do a check here. Oh yeah, that's so tender. Holy smokes. This is going to be so tasty. Let me show you this. Look at this breast. Look at this breast right there. Look at that golden goodness. Look at that golden Goodness, that's gonna melt in your mouth. When I pull it out of there, I'm gonna cut this and show you just how tender and juicy this is gonna be. How it is, how juicy and tender it is. I just shut off my fire. All right. I'm just sitting, well, you know what? I'm going to let that stay in just a few more minutes while I get out this other chicken. This is the back. Look at that golden goodness. Letting it drip. That's what you don't want. It to fall and splash and burn you real good. Okay, there we go. All right. I'll just put this there on top. All right. This has had a few minutes to sit here and deep fry. A little bit more. Okay, you go get your mom. Tell her I'm ready for her. All right, now we got that placed good, placed well. All right, now I told you I was going to cut into this, didn't I? Okay, now let's get this up here close. All right. Now we're going to cut into this. Look at this. Watch this. It is so juicy. Look at that. Look at that. Just dripping off of the fork, off the knife. Look, just juicy. Juicy, juicy. Look at that. Now that would make a nice chicken sandwich, wouldn't it? All right, now I have to drain that grease off, most of it anyway. And my wife's going to come along here and help me with this process of making the gravy. It's her expertise. All of this is her expertise. Oh, we might. We just might. All right, now we're gonna take our oil can here. This is old school. All right. Now these skillets, these are great skillets. Can't beat them. There's nothing like them. But let me tell you what, they get hot. They don't mess around. They'll burn you right now and not even care. All right, so you're going to get to watch me pour this. Mamma jam. Some of these have handles on them. And This is kind of awkward. All right, so here we go. All right, and round we go. Okay. So far, so good, I believe. I'm pouring blind. We're going to pour just about almost all of this oil out. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you just how much is in this pan. All right. I'll show you just how much oil is in that pan. Okay.
Yeah, honey.
This can's hot, so you cannot touch the bottom of that pan. It is hot. Oh, there you go. Now, my wife is going to get fancy on us. Now, we are not sponsored by anybody, but she's going to use this canned milk. Great high quality canned milk. This is like top of the line here. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how much oil is in this pan. I didn't forget, y'all. Okay. Not much oil in here at all, as you can see. Okay. I would say there's maybe 1/3 of a cup of oil in this pan. All right. Now, you'll be able to watch everything we do here. Making homemade chicken gravy. Now, it says shake well, but I'm going to just kind of put this in here.
No, you're not.
The spoon in here, and I'm going to stir it up here at the bottom just to make sure it's good. And now I got a little piece of paper dropped in there, which I'm going to get out. Right here, I mean, it's just a little fragment right there. All right, there goes the flour. And she's using, I would say she's got about a 1/4 cup of flour at this point. Now I'd say from 1/3 to 1/4 of a cup. By the time she's done, she's going to have about a 1/2 cup to 5/8 of a cup, which they don't really do, in there. And she's getting it all mixed into her gravy, into her oil, her flour.
Water in this quickly.
All right, we got to get a cup of water. Should have had that. Should have had that to start with. All ready to go. All right, I should have been thinking ahead. Should have had it ready. Okay.
Here I go making a mess. I make sure there ain't no more.
Texas Julie's Life. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you and that little dumpling and everyone else. It means a lot. Okay, here, now it's taking shape. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Trick is you can't stop stirring.
You can't stop stirring. You got to keep the motor running. Got to stir. Got to shake, shake, shake.
And I need a spoon to taste this.
And a spoon for tasting. All right, here we go. Okay, gonna do the taste test. It should be very tasty.
Needs more milk.
More milk.
Tastes like flour.
Okay, a little more milk. A little more leche. A little more milky.
Pour. Tastes like
And this milk will also thicken it up. As the milk gets hot, the fats thicken it up.
Texas likes to go with that.
You add flour, you brown it, and then you add a can of milk, can of water. Keep stirring until it thickens up.
And she
Make sure
put,
you taste it so it doesn't taste like flour.
you add more milk and or more salt, pepper, and or even your garlic.
Well, if it tastes like flour, it's not going to matter how many seasonings. You got to add more milk or water.
Okay, water thins it, milk thickens it. And I'd say my wife put in about at least a half a cup of flour. Started out with about a third cup of flour.
You have to make sure it's all the grease is soaked up and it's brown.
Okay, so when you, here,
So you can't be afraid to, if you think you have a little too much grease, don't be afraid to turn it off. Don't be afraid to pour a little more of it off.
pour a little more of what off?
The grease, if you think you have too much.
Okay, if there's too much grease, you've got plenty of flour. I'd say she put a maximum of this. She had a little over a half a cup of flour by the time she was done.
Taste it again.
Okay, we're gonna taste.
You can see where it's getting thicker.
Yeah, around the edges. Okay. Now, can you taste the seasonings? Sorta.
Sort of.
I'm gonna taste it. Yeah, it's mild.
And you gotta keep stirring because otherwise it'll just be lumps.
If you don't, you can't stop stirring during this whole process. Okay, my wife's constantly stirring. Now, if you have any questions, you want to talk to my wife about that. She can answer your questions. She can go to your page, I guess, and tell you about it in the comments.
I have to just honestly say I'm terrible at measuring. I get used to doing it by feel.
She probably cooks like you, I'm assuming. You don't measure nothing. You just kind of put in there and taste it as you go. That looks like at least a half a teaspoon of pepper or more. And see, I would add a little garlic to it myself after tasting it. But I'm big on garlic. I love garlic. If I was making this, there'd be lemon pepper in it.
No, there ain't gonna be lemon pepper in it.
Hear that? She don't like lemon pepper.
Neither do I.
But lemon pepper's the bomb. They don't know what they're missing.
See, you can tell it's already getting thicker.
Hold on, I'm not. There you go. Now they're seeing it. It's thickening up.
Thicker.
So your hand's blocking here. Let me do it this way. Look, you can see here
Taste it too.
how it's getting a little thicker. It's just kind of hanging on. All right. I'm going to give this a taste. I'd give it a little more pepper, a little more salt, and a little more garlic. It's tasting good though.
You and your more. I'm gonna taste it.
She doesn't test my taste buds.
No, I don't. And it doesn't need any of them.
So that means I'm going to have to add more garlic,
You can do
more
that to your own.
pepper, because she doesn't know what's good. I would add lemon pepper. Pepper, little lemon
And see,
pepper.
look, now
It's thickening by the second at this point. Oh, here, let me show them. Let me show her.
Okay.
You want to do it sideways, this way, when you can. Camera's going to catch it.
and
See, it's thickening up.
it's done.
She could add a little more milk, and that would thicken it even more.
It's done because it's gonna sit and it'll thicken.
That's right. As your gravy, I forgot. As your gravy gets cold, as it warms up, it thickens up. I completely forgot about that.
There's the ring.
All right, now I'm going to turn these veggies on. 8,
Should have been
0,
the
0.
lens I was-
Yeah, I know. I forgot. I should have. And you always push your handles in, not sticking
They
out,
were too hot.
and not sticking out in your way. That's just for those that don't know. Well, Texas life, I Really appreciate you sticking it out here with me. We're coming to a close. Did you drop in a light in the Bible study? Did you drop in the Bible study? And thank you yes you did. Thank you so very much for being in the part of my Bible study. That really means a lot. And that Bible study, it's one of those Bible studies where you need to go, well, anybody, even me, need to go back, give it 15, 20 minutes, open up your Bible, read it, think about it, listen to it, and just digest it slowly in 3 or 4 sessions or whatever. I'm on that note for sure. But I'll be back on. I won't be on till next month. See how thick it's getting? Look at this, Julie. Look how thick. It's cooling down. See, it's still super hot. But it's thickening. Okay? I'm telling my wife she needed more milk and it would thicken, but I forgot. This thickens. When this gets cold, it'll be like gel. It'll be like Jello. When this is cold, it'll be that thick as Jello. Okay. But if you still have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any questions right now, we can get to you right now and answer your questions on this. It'll probably be the easiest. That tastes good, but I'm going to end up. I have a strong. I love strong seasoning. My wife likes black licorice. I can't stand it. I like strong seasonings, and she can't. She don't. But I'm going to flip the screen around. Whoa. I'm not sure what's happening here. I thought I would. Okay, let me zoom out. I was trying to picture of a chicken in here, but I don't know what you're seeing. I can't. What do you see on your screen? Let's see. Oh, that was good. That was good. Let me see. All right, let's see what happens here. Trick or treat, right? Oh. What do we have here? Nothing?
No, it's all.
Why do they have to have scary pumpkins? What's up with that? What's up with the scary pumpkin thing? What is this? Nothing?
No, it's like
Kind of smoke? Oh, look at that. Oh, no, we don't want bubbles. No tiny bubbles. Oh, what is that? Still got bubbles? No. We don't want bubbles.
No, it's like
Purple?
no.
Oh, let's get that. No, I can't read this. I don't know what I'm hitting. This is random. This is all random. Okay. I think that the smoke was cool. I like the smoke. Nothing? Changing the shade maybe? Oh, here we go. Now we're getting back into it. There we go. All right. I know Texas Life Julie's here. I'm not sure who else is here.
Let's go. That's Texas.
Trick or treat.
That's,
I like the smoke. The smoke's cool.
that's canned smoke.
That's
cake.
Ken smoking up the kitchen. I should have put that on to begin with. That would have been good. So if Texas Live Julie ever cook, you need to put the smoke on in the beginning. I didn't know this was available. I just kind of stumbled across it.
I mean, I might figure it out.
This is something new they've added. This is something brand new they've added to your live chat. So that's cool. Let me see what this is. Oh, that just changes it to, the shade. That just changes the shade. Yeah, that's just shade changes. All right, so we'll stick with the smoke. Whoops, there it is. Okay, Julie. Do you have any questions regarding the gravy? About the process? Yeah, he is.
I don't know. I'm just.
Oh. Okay.
Smoking up the kitchen.
Thanks, Ken. Smoking up the kitchen. Yeah. All right. So, Julie, do you have any questions about the gravy that I can answer for you? I'll show you what it's looking like right now. It's cooling even further, and see how this is going to work. Well, no, I can reverse this. I don't have to do it like that. All right, look how much thicker this is. Look at that. See, that's really thick. Real thick. Do you have any questions about the gravy? My wife wouldn't mind answering your questions. If it's something that you haven't really, something you do, but you're not happy with it or whatever. But you see, this is really thick.
That's funny.
But if you have any questions. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Let's get these down. I don't know how to turn them off now. Okay, I am trying to see the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how I make it. Oh, okay. I just seen the chat, Jilly. Okay. All right. Well, you guess here. You might want to go back to the beginning, do a playback, and you'll see how I made the chicken, how I cut it up, I fried it. It's all nice and golden brown. I can give you those that just stopped in a view of this golden brown goodness. Look at that. And this breast is just super, super, super moist. That's normally they're dry. That's going to be really tender and moist. And for those of you that just dropped in, this is the homemade gravy. I mean, that is homemade goodness right there. Look at that. Yummy gravy. Something. So you can go back and watch the video, do a replay, a playback, and watch how that was done. I meant your cooking series. No, I don't have this is my first cooking video ever. let me see. I got to check that here. Somebody's saying something. 1 second, please. Hey, Benjamin, how we doing, bro? If you want to know how to cut up a whole chicken, if you don't know how, you can do a playback to the beginning and do that. Find out how you cut up a whole chicken. It's people make it more difficult because they don't know than what it is. So hold on, I'm sorry. Oh. Well, Benjamin, thank you for being here. I appreciate you dropping in. But do you know how to cut chicken up, Benjamin? If you're not sure how to cut it up, go to the beginning of my video, do a playback, and you'll see how to cut chicken. Then how I mixed up my flour and put in the seasonings. Well, thank you, Texas Life Julie. I appreciate that. Yeah, the cooking channel needs to be my wife. Now, I don't mind. She can use my channel, and we can do maybe once a week or something cooking, live cooking. That would be great. I would like that. I've actually been talking to her about doing that because she's got some great meals. But everybody has their specialties, you know, family favorites, and we take it for granted because it's something we eat all the time, where other people might love that recipe, you know. To us, it's just same old, same old. So I know we all have something that we can do that with. Are you saying, well, let me see, it's going. Are you saying ladies are better? Not necessarily, but they cook more than we do. Now, you know, I have a friend, he cooks all the time. Him and his wife take turns. He does the majority of the cooking, and he can cook. But, you know, I work all day, you know, my wife cooks. And as a bachelor, I went out to eat the majority of the time. It just goes with the territory, you know. If we cook at home, it's something quick. Microwave it, bowl of soup, oatmeal, you know. Maybe we'll make an omelet. You know what I'm saying? We really don't cook. Women get into it. Although there was a time I was wanting to be a chef when I was younger. I really wanted to be able to do that at that time. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, you can relate. You can remember back in the day when you were single, bachelor. But unless you lived at home, then it was mom's cooking. You beat the system. But yeah. Well, I'm going to have to get these veggies out of the microwave here. But Benjamin, I was on your channel not long ago. I left some comments. I don't know if you've seen them or not. I know sometimes I got to go into my video and look down through the comments, and I find I miss comments people have made. If I don't go to that video and then look down through the video in the comments, I'll miss comments. All right, you're welcome, Benjamin. And stay connected, you know, because you forget, you know, you're going about your business and you're hitting YouTube and you're stretched thin. And, you know, if people don't keep coming back, because they start to fade out, you know, then you start losing connection. And, you know, I'll go back through my comments and find people and go, oh, yeah, I haven't seen them for a while. You know, it's not because you're just stretched thin. And when I say I care about my community and people that are in it and take their time to watch my videos, and that's important and it means a lot. We just have to stay connected, so we don't fade out, And I have a video up. I just got become an Amazon affiliate. I have a link in my last live stream on We Are Creators FB for Facebook. In my description, I have the links in there to YouTube schooling, the associate, not associate, it's YouTube, it's a schooling for YouTube. I forget the name of it at the moment. I got links in there for that. I have links to the Amazon affiliate program. And they give you the links. And you can start using them in your descriptions on Facebook and other places. And I'm giving that away. I'm just blowing it, blowing the roof off of it and giving that away and making it known. Not everybody does that. I'm just out to share and help. That's why I'm here, to help out and help. If I can make a difference in your life and help you out, then I feel like I've done my job. I will check it out. Okay, Benjamin, this keeps flashing on me here. Okay, I will check it out. I need to start getting some income or my channel. Okay, Benjamin, you said you're going to go live? Oh, to survive. All right, Benjamin. Thank you, bro, for being here. Don't be a stranger. And I look forward, to us reconnecting. And I haven't done my shout out yet. I got to stop and get the shout out put together. And when I get it done, it'll be 2 shout outs. One for people that have been a part of my community for a while and from the beginning, and for people that are new. 2 separate shout outs. That's my 1K shout out. I'm a little behind a bit. All right, and I got to run too. I got to eat. Dinner's it's warm. So thanks everyone for being here. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. Next month, I'm going to be having a giveaway. There'll be a requirement, something you're going to need to do of your choice. But I'll let you know what that is here in 3-4 days, 5 days. I'll see you then. And God bless. Bye for now. Never give up, because there's always a way. And God bless. And thank you all for being here. Bye for now, Ken.